Even see that? Did you go through my phone?
I did. You know what your problem is? I ain't got no problem. Don't tell me.
Don't do that.
Love and Hip Hop Atlanta had been filled with drama, unexpected twists, and heated confrontations, but episode 15 took things to a whole new level. The spotlight shone brightly on Kendra Robinson, the wife of Joc, as her storyline unfolded in a way that fans had never anticipated. For years, Kendra had been the supportive partner to Joc, standing by him through ups and downs, handling his career and public persona with grace, even in the face of countless rumors. But in this episode, the world saw a side of Kendra that was completely different from the one they were used to: strong, independent, and unflinching. As the episode kicked off, Kendra appeared to be navigating a particularly challenging period in her marriage. Her relationship with Joc had never been perfect, but she had always remained loyal despite the ups and downs that came with being married to someone in the public eye. The couple had weathered several storms over the years, including Joc's tumultuous relationships with other women, his past mistakes, and the strain of juggling a career in the entertainment industry with family life. But in this episode, things seemed to have reached a breaking point. Joc had always been a prominent figure in the world of love and hip-hop, known for his charm, flirtatious nature, and penchant for drama. Throughout the seasons, viewers had seen him involved in a variety of on-again, off-again relationships, making it difficult to ignore his commitment issues. Kendra, though, had always stood by him, taking on the role of a loving wife, even when the world seemed to question Joc's loyalty. A moment of revelation. However, viewers were shown a completely different Kendra, a woman who was growing tired of Joc's antics and starting to prioritize herself for the first time in years. It all began with a scene that felt like a moment of revelation for Kendra. After weeks of emotional turmoil and silence between her and Joc, she was seen meeting with friends at a local cafe, discussing her marriage, her frustrations, and, most notably, her growing feelings of discontent. Kendra had always been the more grounded one in their relationship, but in this episode, her patience appeared to have run out. Joc's actions, his inability to fully commit, and the constant chaos surrounding his career had left Kendra questioning her future. She no longer wanted to be defined solely by her relationship with Joc. It was clear she had grown tired of carrying the weight of their marriage alone, especially when it felt as though Joc was more focused on the drama surrounding him than the stability of their home. Something unexpected. Amidst these feelings of frustration, something unexpected happened. Kendra met someone. The chemistry between Kendra and this new man was undeniable, and the moment they shared had a palpable intensity that caught viewers by surprise. He was charming, attentive, and seemingly more in tune with what Kendra needed emotionally than Joc had been in recent months. Kendra's vulnerability. Kendra's vulnerability in this interaction was refreshing, as it showed a side of her that had been suppressed for so long.
It sounded to me like, I'm gonna go on to freeze my eggs, so when it's over with, I have some younger eggs for the next I'm dealing with. That's how I felt. At this point, she said, let her do what she want to do. So I said, do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. So
what do you mean?
I'm doing what I want to do.
You can't do what you want to do, because the last time you did what you want to do, you stepped out on Kendra and had a baby.
It feels like to me she already made a decision for herself, for me, and our future. And, here I am. It's kind of like, do I go and prove her right and do my thing? When I already know how she feeling, she already telling me what it is what it is, man. I'm like, whatever. You gonna say you gonna do what you want to do, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Joc, this is your wife. Maybe she's just hurt. You can't not care because...
But Gianna wasn't here when she said, I don't want to have kids with you. Nobody was here. I wasn't cheating on none of that. I was busting my ass to make sure I was providing for my family, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever.
That's a lot. I've never seen Joc like this before, so clearly Kendra look talk with him never go too well. I'm afraid that Joc is gonna do something stupid. I'm here to find a way for...
Kendra had spent so much of her time trying to fix things with Joc, trying to make her marriage work despite the constant emotional roller coaster. But with this new man, she was finally reminded of what it felt like to be valued, to feel seen. The tension between Kendra's past with Joc and her present with this new man created an emotional conflict that unfolded throughout the episode. Kendra found herself at a crossroads. She had always been dedicated to her family and her marriage, but now, faced with the possibility of something new, she began to question whether staying with Joc was still worth the emotional investment. The allure of a fresh start with someone who was genuinely interested in her well-being seemed tempting, and for the first time in a long while, Kendra realized she had the power to make decisions based on her own happiness, not just for the sake of her relationship with Joc. As the episode progressed, Joc began to sense a shift in Kendra. The woman he had once been able to rely on to weather the storms of his career and personal life was beginning to pull away. Joc's usual confidence seemed to falter as he tried to reconnect with Kendra, attempting to reignite the spark that once existed between them. But his efforts were met with resistance. Kendra wasn't the same woman she had been when they first met. She had evolved, and the changes in her were evident to those around her. She was no longer the quiet, patient wife who simply accepted Joc's behavior. Instead, she was growing into a version of herself that was unapologetically assertive, demanding the respect and commitment she deserved. The confrontation between Kendra and Joc in this episode was inevitable. As Joc tried to rekindle their connection, Kendra was faced with a tough decision. Would she continue to stay in a marriage that seemed to drain her emotionally, or would she finally break free and explore new possibilities? Joc's frustration was palpable as he tried to defend his actions, but Kendra wasn't buying it anymore. The facade of their picture-perfect relationship crumbled, revealing the cracks that had been there all along. Kendra's encounter with the new man didn't mean she was immediately walking out on her marriage, but it represented a powerful shift in her mindset. It was clear that Kendra was no longer afraid to put herself first. She wasn't going to sit back and wait for Joc to change. Instead, she was stepping into her own power, acknowledging her worth, and understanding that her happiness could not be contingent upon someone else's actions or failures. The episode ended on a note of uncertainty, with Kendra still contemplating her next move. The chemistry between her and the new man left viewers wondering whether this would be the end of her marriage to Joc. The emotional journey she had gone through in this episode wasn't just about a new boyfriend. It was about self-discovery, empowerment, and the realization that Kendra Robinson could choose her own path, no matter where it led. Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta Season 12, Episode 15 marked a turning point in Kendra's character arc. No longer was she just the supportive wife. She was becoming a woman who understood her own value and wasn't afraid to take control of her future. The episode set the stage for a new chapter in her life, one that would challenge her marriage, her sense of identity, and her relationships, both with Joc and the world around her. It was a story of growth, change, and the difficult choices that come with breaking free from the past to embrace a new beginning.
Because him not wanting to go has made me very suspicious.
Look, you deserve the absolute truth.
I thought I already had the truth.
Just listen to me. When me and you first met, you know what I'm saying? There were moments where our relationship overlapped hardly in my interaction. You gotta think, you and I was just friends for a long time.
The fact that you just now telling me.
Completely different, Kendra, a woman who was growing tired of Joc's antics and starting to prioritize herself for the first time in years. It all began with a scene that felt like a moment of revelation for Kendra. After weeks of emotional turmoil and silence between her and Joc, she was seen meeting with friends at a local cafe, discussing her marriage, her frustrations, and, most notably, her growing feelings of discontent. Kendra had always been the more grounded one in their relationship, but in this episode, her patience appeared to have run out. Joc's actions, his inability to fully commit, and the constant chaos surrounding his career had left Kendra questioning her future. She no longer wanted to be defined solely by her relationship with Joc. It was clear she had grown tired of carrying the weight of their marriage alone, especially when it felt as though Joc was more focused on the drama surrounding him than the stability of their home. Amidst these feelings of frustration, something unexpected happened. Kendra met someone. The chemistry between Kendra and this new man was undeniable, and the moment they shared had a palpable intensity that caught viewers by surprise. He was charming, attentive, and seemingly more in tune with what Kendra needed emotionally than Joc had been in recent months. Kendra's vulnerability in this interaction was refreshing, as it showed a side of her that had been suppressed for so long.
So I don't have to know. I'm just saying. If she not coming into my house, you deal with that. Them your old ass, sad, sorry ass bones, you deal with that. I don't have to. You lucky I'm pouring this much. That's the blessing.
Was making it look like it was more than what it was. You should have reached out. I'm not a bitch off the street. You've gotten money with my family. Yeah, but I was getting money with him before you came along.
It doesn't
before
matter.
You married him. You still owed me a conversation, girl. You've been in my house.
But she
This ain't I don't owe anybody anything. You do. You owe me an explanation when you all up in my explanation.
The world of reality TV never disappoints when it comes to jaw-dropping revelations and scandalous affairs. This time, the spotlight is on Love and Hip Hop's power couple, young Joc and Kendra Robinson. Fans have followed their tumultuous relationship, but now, a shocking twist has emerged. Kendra Robinson allegedly has a new man. What does this mean for her marriage to Joc? How did this happen? Buckle up as we dive into this explosive drama. Joc and Kendra's relationship has been nothing short of a roller coaster. From their engagement to their wedding, fans saw them navigate countless ups and downs. Their chemistry was undeniable, but their struggles were also clear. Joc's past with multiple women and his reputation as a ladies' man always cast a shadow over their relationship. Still, Kendra stood by his side, believing in their love. Over time, they worked to build a foundation of trust. However, Joc's interactions with his exes, his baby mamas, and various women in the industry continue to be a sore spot for Kendra. She often found herself questioning whether she made the right decision by giving him a chance. Even as they moved forward with wedding plans, she had lingering doubts about Joc's ability to be a faithful husband. Every marriage faces challenges, but Joc and Kendra's problems seem to intensify over time. Reports of Joc's alleged cheating continued to surface, and even on Love and Hip Hop, fans witnessed their heated arguments. Kendra, a strong and independent woman, often found herself questioning whether she made the right decision by marrying Joc. Despite their public persona, insiders claimed things were far from perfect behind closed doors. Arguments between the couple often centered around trust issues, Joc's past relationships, and Kendra's growing frustration with being compared to his previous lovers. Friends close to the couple revealed that Kendra struggled with public scrutiny and the constant whispers about Joc's loyalty. On the other hand, Joc felt he was being unfairly judged for past mistakes and wanted Kendra to let go of her suspicions. The internet erupted when rumors started circulating that Kendra had found herself a new boyfriend. Who is he? Where did she meet him? Sources close to Kendra revealed that she had been getting close to a successful businessman who treats her with the love and respect she has always desired. Unlike Joc, this man is said to be loyal, committed, and focused on one woman, Kendra. The mystery man, whose identity has not yet been publicly disclosed, is rumored to be a high-profile entrepreneur who moves in elite social circles. Insiders claim that Kendra and her new love interest have been spending a lot of time together and that she has been confiding in him about her marital struggles. While she has yet to confirm or deny these rumors, fans have noticed subtle hints on her social media, including cryptic captions and pictures that suggest she may be moving on. Joc is no stranger to drama, but this revelation reportedly caught him off guard. How did he react when he found out about Kendra's alleged new man? Was he heartbroken, or did he brush it off? Insiders suggest that Joc is furious and feels betrayed. He never expected Kendra to step out on him, especially after she fought so hard to make their marriage work. Sources close to Joc claim that he initially dismissed the rumors as gossip. However, as more information came to light, he realized that there might be some truth to the speculation. His response has been a mix of anger, disbelief, and hurt. Despite their issues, he still loves Kendra and never imagined she would seek companionship elsewhere. Some believe that this scandal could push Joc to make drastic decisions regarding their marriage. While some fans rushed to criticize Kendra, others defended her, stating that she deserves happiness. Kendra has always been vocal about her struggles in the marriage and how difficult it was to deal with Joc's past. Perhaps she finally reached her breaking point. Could this new relationship be the fresh start she needs? Kendra has always been career-driven and focused on her success as a lawyer. While she loved Joc deeply, she may have come to realize that love alone is not enough to sustain a marriage. She has hinted in interviews that she values emotional stability, trust, and mutual respect above all else. If Joc could not provide those things, it makes sense that she would seek them elsewhere. Love and Hip Hop cast members, Joc's exes, and Kendra's close friends all had something to say about this shocking development. Did Mama D weigh in? What about Joc's baby mamas? The entertainment world is buzzing with opinions, and everyone seems to have their own take on the situation. Mama D, known for her blunt opinions, reportedly expressed disappointment in the entire situation. She has always supported Joc but also had a soft spot for Kendra. Some of Joc's exes have taken the opportunity to throw shade, suggesting that Kendra is simply giving Joc a taste of his own medicine. Meanwhile, Kendra's friends have stood by her, stating that she has every right to prioritize her happiness. Is divorce on the horizon? Will Joc fight to win Kendra back? Or has she already moved on? The possibilities are endless, but one thing is certain. This scandal has changed their relationship forever. Fans are waiting for both Joc and Kendra to break their silence and address the situation. Joc may try to salvage the marriage, but the damage may already be too great. If Kendra's new relationship is as serious as rumors suggest, she may be ready to close the chapter on her marriage with Joc. On the other hand, there is always the possibility of reconciliation if both are willing to work through their issues. Only time will tell what lies ahead for this once-beloved couple. The drama between Joc and Kendra proves once again that love and fame rarely mix smoothly. Whether Kendra's new man is here to stay or just a temporary escape, one thing is for sure, this story is far from over. Stay tuned as we continue to uncover the truth behind this shocking revelation. The air in Atlanta was thick with heat that evening as the city's pulse hummed steadily beneath the calm surface. For Kendra, this night was meant to be no different than any other. Just another evening spent in the comfort of her home, preparing dinner and settling into the rhythms of married life. She hadn't known that everything was about to shatter. Kendra and Joc's marriage had been through its ups and downs. Like any relationship, they had weathered some storms. But something had changed recently, something neither of them had been able to name, though they both felt it in the air. The intimacy between them had faded, replaced by an unspoken distance that seemed to grow with each passing day. But Kendra had hoped they could weather the silent storm, that the love they had for each other would overcome whatever was threatening to tear them apart. She didn't know, however, that Joc was no longer seeing things through the same lens. It started innocently enough. Kendra left her phone on the counter while she went into the kitchen, preparing dinner. Joc, who had always trusted her implicitly, found himself glancing down at it. It wasn't something he would normally do, snooping through her personal life, but something was different. There had been whispers of unease in his mind lately, doubts he couldn't shake, and an unsettling feeling that Kendra was pulling away. A simple glance at her phone felt like the easiest way to confirm those suspicions, even though he knew, deep down, that doing so would mean breaking the trust they had spent years building. He didn't even need to ask for the passcode. Kendra never thought to lock her phone. It was a mistake, one that would prove to be her undoing. Joc's hands trembled slightly as he unlocked it. His eyes scanned the screen. What he saw made his blood run cold. The messages weren't just casual exchanges between friends. They were intimate, personal, filled with flirtation and coded promises. The more Joc read, the more his heart sank. These weren't just the kind of chats one has with a friend or colleague. They were filled with longing, hidden confessions, and a connection that felt too deep for comfort. They were the kind of words you don't share with anyone when you're in a committed relationship. Kendra had been hiding something from him, something that felt like a betrayal of everything they had built together. Joc's chest tightened with a mixture of fury and disbelief. His hands shook as he read through the conversation again, each word cutting deeper than the last. The person on the other end of the text was an ex from Kendra's past, someone she had once shared a part of her life with. He wasn't just a random friend. No, this man held a place in Kendra's heart, and those unspoken feelings had not only remained but had resurfaced in their messages. It was clear that there had been more going on than Kendra had let on. This wasn't a one-time mistake. It was an ongoing emotional affair. Joc's anger was immediate and uncontrollable. He felt like his entire world had been turned upside down. All the love he had poured into their marriage, all the promises they had made to one another, suddenly seemed hollow. He could feel the heat rising in his chest, his thoughts spiraling as his vision blurred with rage. There was no way to ignore the gnawing feeling in his gut. He had been betrayed. When Kendra came back into the living room, she immediately noticed the tension in the air. Joc was standing there, phone in hand, his face pale with shock and anger. It didn't take long for her to realize what was happening. The cold, accusing look in his eyes told her everything. Before she could even open her mouth to speak, Joc's voice cut through the silence. "What is this?" His words were low and dangerous, a quiet fury that rattled Kendra to her core. Kendra's throat went dry. She had hoped to keep this part of her life buried, to protect the fragile bond she had with Joc. But now, it was all laid bare. The conversations, the flirtation, the secret connection, all of it was staring them both in the face. "I can explain," Kendra whispered, her voice trembling. But the damage was already done. Joc didn't want an explanation, he wanted the truth. And that truth was suffocating. "You think you can just hide this from me?" he snapped, his voice rising in a mix of hurt and fury. "This is what you've been doing behind my back." He gestured to the phone in his hand as though it were an accusation in itself. The pain in his eyes cut deeper than Kendra had anticipated. She had never wanted to hurt him, never thought her actions would have such a devastating impact. But here they were, and there was no way to undo what had already happened. "I didn't mean for this to happen," Kendra tried, but her words felt weak, powerless against the storm of emotion Joc was unleashing. "No," Joc said bitterly, his hands clenched into fists. "You didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. And now, everything we had is a lie." The words hit Kendra like a slap in the face. The weight of his accusation pressed down on her chest, suffocating her. She wanted to explain, to apologize, to make things right. But she knew, deep down, that no words could fix the mess she had created. She had broken his trust, and that was something almost impossible to repair. "You think this is some kind of joke?" Joc continued, pacing now. His anger had overtaken him completely. "I trusted you. I loved you. And this is what you do? You've broken everything we had, Kendra. You've broken me." Kendra reached for him, but he pulled away, his body rigid with pain. His eyes, once filled with warmth and affection, were now full of disdain and betrayal. "Maybe this marriage was never real," he muttered, his voice barely above a whisper. "Maybe I was just a fool." And with that, he walked out the door, leaving Kendra standing alone in the middle of the room, the weight of her choices sinking in as the door slammed behind him. Kendra collapsed onto the couch, tears streaming down her face. She had lost him. There was no turning back. The secrets, the lies, they had destroyed everything. Joc walked out into the night, the pain and betrayal twisting in his gut. He couldn't go back. Not after this. The love they had shared, the foundation they had built, it was shattered. Trust was gone. And the truth, now fully exposed, would leave scars too deep to heal. The night stretched on, the empty silence in the house echoing the emptiness in both of their hearts. The internet is on fire right now as young Joc has reportedly filed for divorce from his wife, Kendra Robinson. And guess what? The reason behind this shocking move is even more explosive. Leaked footage has surfaced of Kendra with her ex-boyfriend, stirring up a storm of controversy. Stick around as we dive into all the details of this messy celebrity scandal. From the moment young Joc and Kendra Robinson said "I do," their relationship has been under the public eye. Fans of love and hip-hop, Atlanta have followed their love story, witnessing its ups and downs. But little did we know that behind closed doors, trouble was brewing. Joc, known for his rap career and larger-than-life personality, has always been a controversial figure in the industry. Meanwhile, Kendra, a successful attorney, seemed to be his grounding force. However, their love story appears to have hit an irreversible breaking point. Now, let's get into what shook the internet. Social media detectives uncovered footage of Kendra getting cozy with her ex-boyfriend. The leaked video, which has gone viral, reportedly shows Kendra and her ex sharing a suspiciously intimate moment. Fans are speculating whether this happened recently or if it was an old clip resurfacing to haunt the couple. While we cannot confirm when the footage was taken, sources close to the couple reveal that Joc was absolutely furious when he saw it. In fact, insiders claim this was the last straw in their already fragile marriage. So, how did young Joc react to this bombshell revelation? Well, let's just say he did not take it lightly. According to close sources, Joc immediately confronted Kendra, demanding answers. But instead of finding a resolution, things escalated quickly, leading Joc to make the ultimate decision, to file for divorce. Now, the question on everyone's mind. Was this the first time Kendra had been unfaithful? Or was this just the tip of the iceberg? Of course, there are always two sides to every story. While Joc is ready to call it quits, Kendra has remained relatively silent on the issue. However, some sources suggest she is claiming the footage is old and is being used to sabotage their marriage. But do we believe her? Fans are divided. Some are rallying behind Joc, while others believe Kendra is being unfairly targeted. But one thing is certain, this scandal is far from over. As expected, social media has been having a field day with this drama. Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube are flooded with reactions from fans and fellow celebrities. Some are calling Joc out, saying he's overreacting, while others believe Kendra was never truly loyal. One fan tweeted, "Joc finally got a taste of his own medicine."